Well, coming from these diverse backgrounds and having been around so long, what do you attribute your current success? I mean, right now, there's so many more bands now in Orlando alone, not to mention Central Florida, than there ever was. There's more competition, there's less clubs. How is it that you guys are still selling out back booth? How's that happen?
I'd say, I mean, just what you said, in Orlando, I don't really believe that there is competition. I think everybody works together, and because every time you put a show together, no matter what band it is, it's not just a one band show. Everybody needs everybody to make shows happen.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah, and everybody's crowds
Yeah,
interweave with each other, you know?
I agree. That is the great thing about Orlando is it's a very tight-knit scene.
Right.
But what I meant was not necessarily competition in terms of fighting against each other, just the fact that there's so many bands and so few venues comparatively to, say, 10 years ago.
I think it kind of makes it a little better to, what am I trying to say, with the lack of venues. You don't have 50 shows going on. You've got,
That's
you
true.
know,
sometimes you do.
well, sometimes, but you've got, you know, everybody coming together and putting together, you know, different lineups. So it's constantly different. You know, basically you can go out and see a group of bands and basically go again, and it's a completely different lineup.
Right. Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
interesting theory. I guess
So-
really you wouldn't want to have 50
Yeah.
venues because then you would
It's saturated.
Yeah,
and then
it would be-
everybody's
it-
like, yeah, whatever.
exactly. Now we lost Barbarella's and FBI.
Which was a horrible thing, Barbarella's.
Yeah.
Fairbanks Inn, dude.
Yeah,
Rest
Fairbanks
in peace,
Inn.
dude. That place was like the place
The
for
station.
metal scrubs to hang out.
And we're
have
about
a
to lose
second
Wills.
home.
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of little places popping up, but being a current band playing out, is there anyone that's you think can take the place of these institutions?
If Wills goes, there is no place that has the kind of reputation that can keep a legacy going on like the Fairbanks had, like the Lost and Found had, the station definitely had. Wills is the last of the dying breed, actually.
I think the scene kind of goes in cycles. Like there'll be, you know, good periods, and then it'll suck for a little bit, and then like some new place will open, and it'll be good again. So I think it's just, you know, some place will open up in the next few months or next year. It's just you know, the scene is always gonna be there. So it's
Right.
kind of like, you know,
Yeah, and you never know with the new places that are starting up. Maybe in a couple of years, they're gonna hold some weight, like, you know, like the previous mentioned places.
Like they say,
Because even when like Will's opened up, it took a little bit for him to build what he's got.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I mean? So all these little places, you know, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt.
we also got to understand too that in death brings new life as well. You know what I'm saying? When something dies, something will always reincarnate itself to, you know, fit the mold of what's going on. Like Backwoods now, I can actually say it's like actually a really cool place. I really, you know, enjoy seeing shows there. You know, we get a gathering of our friends, and you know, it's just a good time. It's like, you know, like kind of like the old days, like when we used to go to like clubs like the Fairbanks Inn,
Right.
Station. You know, we would go and see a lot of familiar faces, and it's not like we'd be walking to a venue where we would see people that, you know, we don't know and didn't really feel like we fit in. It's like everybody in this whole scene. It's kind of like a brother or sisterhood, as you would say. You know, just of everybody joined together, and it's not even about competition in music. It's about all of us getting together and having a good time with what we're doing. And I mean, if you can't have a good time in what you're doing, then it's not really worth doing in the first place.
Well said. Well said. Right now, let's go ahead and take a look at your video. This is Shoes for the Walking Dead. Alright, we're back with In This Day. We just saw their video for Shoes for the Walking Dead. That was an amazing video. Where'd you come across that?
Buddy of ours, Tim Vasquez with Concussion Graphics,
Concussion.cc.
pretty much directed and filmed the whole thing, did all the editing, and those leeches that you see on the guy's arms, all CGI.
Wow.
He did all of that himself as well. Guy's awesome.
In secret, man.
If anybody likes what they saw, man, check them out at concussion.cc, man. The guy's
Yeah,
awesome.
I after you told me that, I rewatched the video, and it still doesn't look like CGI leeches.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When he showed it to me, man, I was amazed.
I've
It
seen
took him a
it.
lot of hours to do that, too.
Who was in that? Who was the old guy holding the sign? Was that an actor you guys found?
No, that was a guy that I used to see every day when I came home, on my way home. He was a homeless guy.
Really?
His name was Steve. Real nice guy, man.
Now,
to give him-
did you originally have an old guy in mind, or did you hire him?
Actually,
It was actually,
I-
he kind of told us about it beforehand. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, I got this
I
idea.
had the idea, and I mean, we had some footage that we wanted to use for a video, and I needed a guy, and it just dawned on me one day he was the perfect guy, and I just rolled up to him one day and asked him, if he'd like to be in our video and make some extra money, and he was like skeptical at first because he thought I was probably a crazy person.
I probably thought you were just messing around with him. But like, no, dude.
But I picked. He was ready to do it, and I picked him up one morning at like 8 in the morning and took him to where we shot the video, and he was just the greatest guy, man. Very humble, really down on his luck, but he was just a really good guy.
That's
Thing
cool.
is, I haven't seen him since either.
Really?
Could never find him again.
Actually, man,
If anybody sees that guy,
Maybe he's famous now.
1-800.
He moved to LA.
tell him we'll hook him up. If that's you, brother, dude, I got you at the Golden Corral, man. We're going. Head on, brother. Head on.
Brother.
What are you gonna do, brother? Actually, don't let him fool you, man. That was Sky and makeup, man.
Lots of makeup.
Lots and lots of
Now,
makeup.
the live stuff that we were talking about earlier was shot at the bank, which no longer exists as the bank, as a live venue, but you shot it originally as a
Dickies.
TV commercial, was it?
It wasn't so much. It was like a promotion for our sponsorship for Dickies, and we actually sent a bulletin out to let everybody know that when they came to the show, we're going to be filming, and for promotion for Dickies. Pretty much everybody came and supported, wore the Dickies, and packed that place wall to wall.
Yeah, we just picked. Actually, I just picked up a Warwick endorsement in September.
Very cool.
So yeah, it's quite nice. So it's a pleasure to be working with.
The tank tone. Thank
with that
goodness.
Yeah, Warwick makes some amazing bases.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've actually was messing around with one myself recently,
Nice.
and
I recommend anyone.
yes,
To anyone, get one.
very cool. What are you playing now?
The Corvette standard 5-string, and I'm going through a Extreme 10.1 head. It's a 1,000-watt head and a 610 cabinet.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so, yeah, it's all full
Amazing.
ring, so.
All right, well, we're about out of time here. What do you guys have coming up?
Shows.
Shows?
Shows-wise, basically we're pretty much focusing on writing some new material for this
I
album.
understand,
We're
right.
finishing up the pre-production of what we have,
Getting in the studio.
getting in the studio.
Well, where can people find out what's happening? Keep up to date.
Everybody has MySpace, so if you guys have MySpace, myspace.com.
In this
In
day.
this day. inthisday.com. We have on our MySpace, we have the video that you guys just seen, so check it out.
Put it
Very
on your
cool.
MySpace.
Put it on your
Yeah,
MySpace.
spread the word.
Add us as a friend if you don't have us. Listen to our music.
Speaking of MySpace, you guys can check us out at MySpace/FMTV, also FloridaMusicTelevision.com. And until next week, we will say goodbye to In This Day.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks for having us.